Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it may be for you. In this video, I'll be going over a majority of the strange locations, landmarks, and places that have been found by others, and some I have only found, so far that I know, within the Big Nothing. I'll provide timestamps so you can skip the already known tidbits. Guess we'll go ahead and start.
He's been sitting here a long time.
Located in the outer graves of MadMax, you can find this guy. Located in a very peculiar spot within the Big Nothing. Even reachable by normal standards without mods or cheats, you can find him. And that little line of dialogue just described there. It isn't just this, you can actually find a can of Dinki D in this location too. One of the very two or few cans you can find within the Outer Graves region. Or actually, I guess in the Big Nothing, considering it's just close to the Outer Graves, but I guess it's a matter of opinion. Another location within the range of the Outer Graves in the Big Nothing is a small scavenging location from the Buzzard faction. There really isn't much to it, really, other than just a door you can prop open using a jimmy bar, 2 enemies that do respawn, and a few bits of scrap. 2 or a few things of scrap. But other than that, nothing else noteworthy of it. Same as the last location, there isn't much to this other than a small pile of scrap you can find. I can't remember if it was worth 20 or 50 amount of scrap, but it's one of the rare, if you're curious enough to find it, the reward is that you find a secret stash kind of scrapped to it. But besides the small award of scrap you can find in this location, there's nothing else really interesting about it. Other than it is on the brink of the storm. If I go any closer, it'll just envelop me into the big nothing. And you'd more likely succumb to death in any normal gameplay. This time located within Jeet's territory, nearest to the Dry Gusties, within the Big Nothing, is this thing, apparently. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be a reference to something. Can't really tell. You know what, now I kind of see what the hell it is now. I'll be honest, this is the first time I've encountered this. I was actually trying to find the CrowDazzle location, but apparently this is what I found instead. I was looking for the wrong Mount Dirt. Located within the Dry Gusties, just the same as that other weird oddity of a place, near the eastern tunnels within Jeet's territory, is this fucking place. Originally, you could actually find a randomly spawned NPC of CrowDazzle, a cutscene version of him more specifically, where you could actually listen to unused dialogue. Perhaps, it was speculated that it may have been for missions after story, where you could actually encounter him and just do extra shit. Oh, by the way, there's an invisible wall here. For cars only. Like, you can't drive past it certain point. But other than that, it's just a giant little rocky area. Kinda looks like an arena of sorts. Or just a form of location you can find. It's way over here. Much further away than I thought it was. I thought it was like right here where I found that truck and stuff, but apparently not. Very, very strange. But yeah, he was removed in later patches. Unless it's only like a console thing. I don't know. I never really read up too much on it. It didn't really pique my interest. Nearest to the eastern tunnels within Jeet's territory is this fucking thing. It's a small little cave opening, but it doesn't truly lead to much of anything in here. It just goes up and can't go any further than that. Perhaps there was more planned within the great little dip area over here near to the eastern tunnels, but it just never was fully developed. There's CrowDazzle's area, and then there's that truck area over there somewhere. Eastern tunnels is just right up there, but this is way up here, probably the furthest location you can reach by normal standards within Jeet's territory. But other than that, just a small gap in the sand. Located just about the same as the last three is an Unmarked Buzzard location. Now, it could be argued that technically, it does go into the dunes. But the entrance is from the Big Nothing in this area. Though personally, I don't think I would count this. But it is figured to be mentioned anyway. Especially since one of the protrusions, one of the side walls here, leads into the Big Nothing. where you can drive out. I mean, you can't obviously drive in, but there's a car down there that you can drive out of that tube with. And it leads into this region. It's the only reason why I probably figured to, you know, point this out. But besides that, technically it is within the range of the regions and not in the big nothing, besides this little protrusion. But, I don't know. Manner of perspective. Eh. This time located near two great canyons within GutGash's territory is this location. A small scavenging site where you can find replenishing water and a few bits of scrap. And I think there was some enemies, but I don't quite remember. It's been a while. Located like way down here. One of the, I think, 3 or 4 locations you can find within GutGash's, or near to GutGash's territory. But other than that, there isn't really much else to it. Standard underground area from inside the boat. And that's about it. Located more west of GutGash's territory is this location. Another scavenging site you can find alongside, which region was it? I'm gonna butcher that if I try pronouncing that, but it is located over here. In the topmost portion, most north, west of GutGash's territory. I don't remember if there is any enemies. I don't recall encountering any. But you can, I think, either find a lot of scrap in here, or a scrap pallet. But I may be mistaken. Besides that, nothing else noteworthy. It is hard to find, though. Like, it's really in the corner. You can't technically even see it until you get close enough to it. It's like it's hidden. Like, really well hidden. Near Durant Rise, within the Dead Barrens, a well-known location is this bridge, which can be reached if you, go off the cliff and risk the death going into the cannon here, and then facing the storm. But besides this bit of stretch of road that is collapsed and broken, no longer part of the camp known as the Drop, there is actually more to this, but not much more. This little patch right here is actually asphalt, and it was initially planned, I guess, to be connected to this as it stretches on for a small portion. Eventually, it does stop. I forgot where, but it's kind of hard to tell. I think, yeah, right here. It really doesn't go too far, but it definitely would have been interesting if there was going to be more to the Dead Barrens, perhaps even an alternative way of destroying that camp, by just outright ramming a giant vehicle through the giant gas pump they had. Actually, correction, they didn't have a gas pump in the Drop. But anyway, this is just this. There ain't nothing more to it, just a small asphalt road. It just leads into a dead end. There's nothing else to it. But it is a nice little around the corner secret, I guess. Not many people would look up here. I don't know if this one has been discovered yet or not, but I figured to put it in. If I find anything else, I'll definitely add to it. another location in the Dead Barrens, a bit of an orthodox one, at least, or more rather annoying one, to kind of traverse through, is the one near Wheel Greaser within the Heights. No, it is in the Big Nothing, but this section right here, connected to this bit of stranded road, actually connects further up. Though there isn't much of anything developed up there, there is one thing, though not of any real importance or anything of interest. As a demonstration as to how I would know that, if most don't already know that, is that there's a little trail going up through here. You just barely see it. You just go up through here, take a turn, and then there's this little stop up here. You can see a square like there's supposed to be a building. Now, most to say I've probably blown smoke up my ass, or whatever. But, oh wait, the term is blowing smoke up their ass. Whatever, you get the idea. Y'all think I'm probably bullshitting. But, as I'll try and traverse through this shit, considering the fog makes it really difficult to traverse. There's a bit of a road. Loosely, but you are able to follow it. It's a real pain in the ass to do. I don't know if I can disable the fog. I might have to go in the in-game camera here. Very loosely can you follow this road. Also bring up the map so I can stay on track. It's hard to find. Because really you can't tell. It's a real pain in the ass to try and navigate. Oh, missed a turn. Asphalt up here. It's only dead giveaway. Besides the map, anyway. And that's all there is. Nothing else up here. Just this giant, you know, I forgot what they're called. It's like those little barn containers. Yeah, I probably won't remember for the next 2 weeks. I don't remember. But that's up here. Same as the last location near Wheel Greaser is this place. Similarly, it's also connected to, but this side of the road. You can also see a bit of a trail of it too. It's a lot more hard to notice as it's not got a dark outline similar to this, but you can see there's a bit of a white lining here leading to the northern tunnels. There isn't much to this location. Funny enough, it does seem like there was a bit of patched road right here that's supposed to lead around Wheel Greaser. Perhaps it is even supposed to kind of line up with that other side of the road, but I don't know. I mean, there is a lot of car bodies over here, so perhaps so. But besides that, this road leads up to basically a dead end into the big nothing. Perhaps it would have been a way to escape the storm or survive it and getting out of the entire Great White region. Because, I mean, you can't die to a storm if you're underground. But there isn't that much to this place. A neat little set piece. I feel like driving out to your death. But most already know this location. And still though, an interesting find and neat to look at. Sand obviously has collapsed in the tunnel, so there's no use in trying to get in. Still a cool place to visit. But there is one thing, at least not many would know, or pointed out in other videos, is that there's another bit of road connected to this. Not much, mind you, it probably even rounds about to the other road that I mentioned a minute ago in the last part. I just need to find my bearings here and get back on the road. Find it anything. Here it is. No, wait. Way off, I think. Oh, there it is. This section. This right before you get up to the light pole up there. Doesn't seem like there's anything here, does it? Sets this road and what's up ahead and what's before you. But if the fog wasn't in the fucking way, you could definitely tell. But there's a small stretch of asphalt road. I've only found it recently, in fact. Accidentally too. It ends somewhere through here, but it's a pain in the ass to... Ah, here it is. It's a real pain in the ass. Try to drive on. Because you're driving blind. But it connects there. Like I said, it probably connected through here, and then went around, and then connected somewhere through here. leading up to that mountain ridge up there. There's probably something right there, but I wouldn't know. At least I haven't seen anything through this damned fog. Besides that, this little tidbit. Located further within the Big Nothing, past Gastown and past everything, more closer up through here than more specifically, is a very strange location I've found. Really strange, actually. If you look around, I mean, is this place spelled design of some kind? I mean, it looks like a road to me, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the Bullet Farm, but maybe I'm just smoking crack. So, we'll give it a ride around. I'll let y'all kind of figure out what y'all think. I'll even give y'all a bit of a upward perspective. Because, to be honest, like I said, it looks like a road. It doesn't have any code to it, no. But there's multiple branches, some going up there, some right here, some right there. A little circular pocket right there. One right here. There's just a little fork right here. Really strange area. At first I thought it was going to be something else. But, oh. Bit of a road patch here. It seems like the disconnected road. Perhaps even blown up. But then it just connects back. And I love it. Kind of makes you think of a boss arena. Now, it doesn't really lead too far to anything. It's just this giant circular area. Not much. And it's just, this connects here, and I think it's supposed to connect to this right here. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. And as for this, it just leads up to a small area up through here. Very, very loosely connected. I guess it just stops right there. But that's about it for this area. Perhaps DLC that never came to be. I'll let y'all figure that one out. Within the further reaches of the Big Nothing, heading toward the Purgity Flatlands, is this little valley here. There isn't actually anything here, but the patterns on the ground are rather particular. Peculiar. I mean, they're squarish, but right now you can find square designs just about anywhere else, but they kind of seem like outlines. And another factor is why I'm here is to point out this, which is one of the random but of many sets of spires. Weird graphical geometric shapes of spikes with 4 sides sinking into the ground and then shooting straight up in geometry. I have no idea what the fuck these are even for, or what they're about. Unless their developer placed things of, like, maybe landmarks for something to kind of help find them. Because nothing else in the game is usually shaped like this until you get into the big nothing. And so far that I've found, there's 3, 4, 5 of these. This being one of them, and another one toward the very east. And another one near to the southeast. Or, sorry, southwest, all the way down near the outer graves in GutGash's territory. But I won't go over any of the other spires besides this one. Because everybody knows of them, but they're not really significant to anything. This one only had any real significance is because this weird place. It just looked, I don't know, deliberate. Maybe I'm just huffing fumes again, I don't know. Maybe it is something, maybe it isn't. Perhaps we'll never know. And if it is something, hey, let me know. Besides that, I don't fucking know. The Purgity Flatlands. Purgity? Whatever, y'all know of this place. One of the most popular, but technically not unused considering it's used for the final boss. Spoiler warning. But still, a strange place to revisit considering it's a one-off location only for the final boss, then you can't technically revisit it without cheats or mods. But besides that, it is a very strange place indeed. And there's a lot of sections that seem connected to it that never really go and, used. Most would already know the usual circuit of the place. There's a giant dip right here. This fork connects to the main road here for the boss. I don't recall seeing anything in there. Nothing connected through here. But there is this small patch of asphalt right here. But that's it. Oh, got blind. Anyway. Further up ahead, though, there is another fork of road, though it doesn't lead much to anything at all. I mean, you can see the outline of it. Just barely. But like I said, it leads to nothing. So I'll quit wasting time going this way. Would have been cool if there was something else up here. But there'll be more. I found other stuff that I'll go into detail in just a minute. Let's get back up here. Going up through here. The usual route, and then this little fork right here. You can either take the jump for whatever damn reason to look cool. And that's it for that. And then reconnects to the road. Some trees right there. Around the mountain. Over there being the part 2 of the final boss, technically. But let's explore this place first. Multiple forks in this location, 4 of them to be exact, or even 5. Some connecting, some disconnecting, reconnecting, blah blah. one even right here, one way over there. And I'll loop back to the beginning portion of the boss fight where you first start up. Way over here. What a grand place. So much detail. So vastly different. Very red, but you can't tell because it's turning nighttime. Let's head back up here. We're wasting daylight as is. Actually, hold that thought. Let me reposition my camera here. Oh yeah, I forgot there's another thing. You can actually see the trail of the road on the map. But I don't really think I'll pay too much attention to it. It's weird that you can still see the outline of it. It's the only thing in the Big Nothing that does this. Which makes sense, because boss fight, duh. Over here should connect to the boss second part. Small stretch of road right over here. And there's the oil can, an explosion of the magnum opus. What a strange place. Oh, there is some other oddities. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but does it look like that part of this section would have been a bridge at one point? You know, connected right there, goes all the way over there. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Fuck if I know. Besides this section, you know, well known, blah blah, there is a little extra patch of road. Not only over there, but there's this I have found recently. It doesn't lead to anything either. It's just random patch of road. Doesn't make any asphalt noises, not coated, just a pathway. Possibly for something, but don't know. And it stops right here. I don't think there was anything else. No. No, there wasn't. There's a weird patch of road right here. Nothing more to it. Maybe, like... No, not right there. Nothing up there. But further back going this way to the earlier section we explored is an extra patch of road, which I think is used for the final end credit scene, where you can just see him driving away. Because it's just a giant stretch forward, like a straightaway. It's way over here. There it is. And this time, it is asphalt. Code and all. Just without the texture. Oh yeah, there's another thing. What the fuck is with the texture not loading in over there? These roads don't have their textures. I don't get that shit. Is it like a out of bounds code thing? out of area, then it doesn't load. I'll find out. But this road goes on for a fair bit. Like a fair bit. Then it stops right there, and then there's a smaller secondary road. It doesn't lead much further though. It stops right here. And there's nothing else here. Just a giant valley. And that's it. At least for this area. To the very, very far east, northeast of Gastown, is a location that nobody, other than myself, so far I'm aware of, has found. Now, it looks like nothing, but I assure you, I hate Bluetooth controllers. But anyway, my point is, the area looks like nothing, but there actually is more to it. For starters, there's trees, no shit, but that ain't the real deal of, like, why we're here. In my random attempt to just fuck off and just drive around within the big nothing, I accidentally discovered this fucking place. And it's got road. Like actual fucking road. No texture, but code and all. And it's just here. There's a few branching parts, but they're not made of asphalt. Perhaps just dirt roads. And it's like all the way up here of all places. So it's close by to the dunes. A little side road that heads back into the valley. And there's multiple branching side paths. There's one right here. There's one right here. There's even one right here, which leads back onto the asphalt. That one goes over there, goes around this mount. Can reconnect here, and also goes right through there, on the complete opposite side. There's another road from before, connects from over there to here. And there's this bit of road from one of the earlier side branches. It's such a strange place. Very strange place indeed. I'm surprised nobody, like I said before, that I know of, has found this fucking place. Because it sticks out like a sore thumb when you get the big picture. The asphalt, the pathways, the geometry, all that. Just to kind of drive over here. But yeah, it just leads back to this little area here. About it. But besides that, there is more. I'll drop back. this section right quick, but it doesn't really lead to much of anything, that I recall. There's no structures here or anything, so don't get too excited. And then there's that side branch road up there from before. The asphalt road's right there. Go around the mountain. It definitely would have been interesting to see whether or not this was DLC or just extra bits that we never got to see, or was just never fully developed or anything. It definitely would have been interesting to see what he was going to make here. And it stops here. Is what you would think. Until you look a little bit further up ahead. There's more road. There's technically supposed to be a bridge right here, but never was conceived, unfortunately. But before we traverse the canyon, whatever, ravine, we'll just call it fucking ravine, whatever you want to fucking call it, I don't care. Before we traverse that, there is what looks like there was supposed to be another side branch of road. Not coded, not even connected to the other ones, but it is over here. Not through here. Not here. But right over here. It looks like there's supposed to be a branch of road that circles around that, but right here. Like I said, there's no code or road to exist in such a place here, but definitely seems like a bridge would go here. Or maybe a small scavenge location. I don't fucking know. I've already looked over there, but feel free to look again. I didn't see any other side branching road bits. But anyway, on to the part 2 of this area. Once I get my fucking traction. All the way up here. There's no code of road through here, but it looks designed to have something. It's designed over there. You see a slight path. Now, on the complete opposite side of the ravine is this road. As said, a bridge was supposed to connect here. Never was. Oh yeah, and then there's this. This small patch here isn't asphalt, but it ain't dirt, it's garbage. Like Gastown garbage. Both sound, code, and all. Besides texture, I mean, at least there ain't no debris, so you ain't running over fat tires or anything. We'll continue on that direction in a minute. There's this small stretch of road. Correction, not small, but it doesn't really lead to anything. It's a long stretch. Really long. Similar to the one that was near the Purgity, whatever, Flatlands. And that's about it. And there's a bit more up ahead. Right here. Kinda misaligned. And that's it. Now, I do think it connects somewhere over there to another side branch road, which I will go over a little bit later. When we get over eventually when my fucking controller connects again. Thank you. Fucking hate Bluetooth. I need to get me a wired setup. Fucking misaligned inputs and shit. But anyway. Back to the main road. So going past the garbage, I'm gonna lower my camera a little bit more. About right there. Going past the garbage, there's more asphalt. And there's also this tiny little jump, which is cool. Small trailing road. Doesn't lead to anything. Looks like there's supposed to be a road right here, but isn't really much of anything other than slight geometric design. Same as the last. Once again, we're at another bridge section. Kinda makes you think maybe like a 3-part boss. Oh, which brings us to the next part. I can find my fucking car. There it is. Let's climb up here. Motherfucker. Always such a pain in the ass trying to climb up mountains. Now. This isn't just another small section of branching roads, but rather this area is a full loop. And hold on, this is bugging the shit out of me. I hate it when the brightness doesn't auto adjust. It's fucking annoying. Like, actually fucking annoying. But anyway. This loops. It's hard to see the road, especially when the fucking sand's blinding you. But it's a giant loop. Almost like a convoy route, if anything. And we're back at that starting area again. Right there. The bridge meet. Now, there's also this, which kind of looks like a railway, like, embankment? I don't know, it's like a slow rise up from the ground. Like a mound. Not really a mound. Well, a trail. Like a lifted up trail. And then it just stops right over here. But right over here is that dirt road from before. Right here. And perhaps it may or may not have connected at a point in time in, like, the idea board. But who knows? Now, heading back over here, though. Nope, don't go. I'm just gonna get through this way anyway. Fuck it. Now, going back over on this side of the loop, there is another section. You can't really see a trail leading into it, at least I never did. But if you go right over here, if I didn't spin out, thank you. There's another trail. Not of asphalt though, more likely dirt. A lot of mountainous terrain, probably kind of reminds me of the scene with the bikers chasing after the... what was that semi-truck called in Fury Road? I don't remember. Oh yeah, there's a little branching bit right here. I'm going to have to just turn down my fucking exposure. That's only down side. I hate. I actually hate about the thing. But anyway, side branching, small loop there. Giant turn right here. It leads all the way over here to another loop right here. And that's it. This turns of part 3. Or would that technically count as 4? Probably 4. But this is so far yet so close to, like, Gastown, even closer than the Purgity Flatlands. I'm probably still butchering the shit out of that, but it's still fairly close. But what's strange most of all is it's similar to the final boss area. That's the edge. Right there. That's the edge of the map. Oh, you can see it a little bit more evident right there. Look at that shit. And no, I've already looked through here, but you're welcome to try and find anything else. There ain't nothing else over there. I'd already drove and drove around like a gas station crackhead looking for money. But besides that, that's all there is. Gas army is really far away from here. But yeah. So one section was a bunch of pathing roads, actually 2 potential bridges, another branching set of road, 1 loop, another set of branching roads, and then this loop after a long road to it. I don't know. If anybody else has found this, do let me know. Because I mean, I don't want to steal anybody's credit if somebody else found this before I did. But, you know. Whatever. Next place on our stop within the Big Nothing is this large dip in the valley. Within the Big Nothing, toward the east portion of the map, quite close to the dunes and not so much of Gastown, is this place. Though, this giant dip in the area isn't what we're here for, but rather this random ass anomaly here. Known at the car. There's a scavenging location icon in this area. Why is it here? I don't fucking know. There ain't nothing underground. Ain't nothing under here, nothing above. And what's strange of all, it doesn't even show up on the map until you zoom in enough on it. I randomly stumbled upon this before I even found the valleys of road within this section of the Big Nothing. But this is here. Most people already know about this. I'm certain of that. But it's just here. Just a weird anomaly. Nothing else to it. Our next place for our stops is the title screen. Located back toward the Great White region, but further out, is this place. Probably the second most popular spot to kind of visit besides the developer areas. But there is this place. Now, there is more to this place, and in fact, I think I am here at just the right time. The reason why I say that is because there's currently a storm going on. I don't know if they'll do that graphical glitch where it won't make it as foggy, but we'll find out in just a moment. Because up here in this location, there actually is some secret hidden stuff near this airplane wing. Yeah, no. Anyway, this road, you know, it doesn't lead too far. Past some airplanes, and somewhere over there's actually a bunch of shipwreck stuff. Like some docks, like right here. Here's one of the docks. There's a boat down below. Right there, you can see a boat. There ain't nothing in it. But this dock is weird because, like, it has like another dock right here. Slightly higher, protruding. It's probably just some randomly placed geometry for some extra details that could have or may have been at one point in time for this area, for the intro. I don't know. Something. But this is the only location here on this side of the road anyway. There is another dock, I do believe, like over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. No, wait. It's a boat. It's another boat. A wood boat, as a matter of fact. Oh, no, wait, never mind. It's another dock, but it's more buried. Let's see what else is up here. I know there's another dock around here, but I'm just gonna be wandering around for more than like 5 minutes trying to find it. But there's one of them. And we all know just this little road, it just leads up here. Oh, I've already gone off track. Barely see a damn thing in this fog. I need to get lower. It's a little bit better. And it leads up near to the Eastern Tunnels exit where you can get the little trolley train thing. Like it's like a cab car. Anyway, as I was saying, it's where you can push and get that little cab car for GutGash, for the Primo Steel, or whatever the fuck he called it. It's a really clean seal that was not rusted and all that. And there's the Eastern Tunnels malarkey. Okay, let's make sure it doesn't make me fall through. Really weird seeing this shit from the outside. But anyway, there's the bridge thing. But we already know this part. There's actually more to that road. It doesn't go into the Great White, no. It goes all the way past where it usually ends on the other side. So we'll head back all the way over here, and yeah, I was about to say, why is the storm starting? Head all the way back. Past the airplane parts. Right around here somewhere. There we go. Back past the title screen. Loud noise incoming. Always such a pain in the ass to drive on this road on this portion. But anyway. Fine, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just go do it this way. It's gonna give me such a hard time. The texture ends just right up here. But there's actually more road. I actually discovered this upon trying to find the second developer area within the Big Nothing. But if you keep driving forward straight away, or at least somewhere toward in this general direction, there is more road. Not this right here, I don't think. No. Right there. There's more road, right here. Asphalt and all. There's no texture. I don't understand what the hell is with the no texture thing, but it's a thing. and it leads up to, like, in between both the first and second developer areas of the map. The asset area, then there's the combat area, and there's the third and fourth one. Yes, there's a third and there's a fourth one, but I can't even reach one of them. I'll get more into that in a bit. But this is the main stop at the minute, or main topic at the second. Where'd that road go? I think it's right here. Yeah, there we go. It's easy to lose track of where the hell the road is. Damn it! And the road ends just right here. Just when I'm running out of fuel. It ends right here. And that's it. It may have been probably used for, or perhaps would have been used for, an extended cutscene for the intro. Maybe like a longer chase sequence or something. I don't know. But, yeah. This random long stretch of road from the intro to nearly the edge of the map, right over there, in between the dev area located there. Anyway, dev area located over there, and this dev area right here, and just in between the two. But yeah. We'll see y'all at the combat area. Not too far off of the road mentioned before is the combat dev area. Located literally just right here. I used to have a hard time finding this damn thing. Especially since it just pops up in your face once it starts, you know, rendering. Is that it right there? No. Oh, there it is. Such a hard piece of shit to find. This area is pretty well self-explanatory besides these separate 3 rooms. I have no fucking idea what these are for. To be honest, I really don't. I can't seem to find a button or use out of them. Whatever they may do or entail. And then there's 2 ramps, one there and one here. For whatever fucking reason. I don't get it. Unless it's like supposed to be testing shit for seeing if you could properly knock enemies off into a cliff. Well, that'd work. But anyway, yeah, this place. Very strange indeed. As a small tour, we got this button right here. All it does is spawn weapons. We got Thunderpoon, little bush axes of some sort, little spear. Knife, give me that knife. And there's a club. Like I said before, this thunder stick. Multiple thunder sticks right here. But that's all that button does. I mean, you can spam it for as much as you want, and it'll give you more weapons. As for this switch, however, this alternates between all the enemies within the game. Correction, some of the enemies, not all of them. You can't spawn Scrotus, and there's some of the Buzzard faction you can't spawn, for whatever reason. Or even some of the Roadkill faction. But I think these 2 buttons in particular spawn Tenderloin? Oh, by the way, brightness warning. Immediately switches to daytime. Oh yeah, check this shit whenever I figured this out.
Feel like living.
Yeah? No. Fucking bitch.
If you can stop me alive.
And there we go. Oh, you can pick up her knives. I didn't know you could pick up, or at least one of them anyway. Huh. Weird. But anyway, yeah, you can instantly kill Stank Gum and just any of the smaller tier bosses with Thunderpoon sticks. I don't know if you can do it with, like, top dogs, but I don't think I'm gonna ever find out. But yeah, apparently walking in there resets the point in time of day to this point in time. It's really bizarre. Let's see, so that's Scrotus. This is just like a random Comic Crazy. Or no, that's not. That's the jumping guys. It's the ones that kind of hide in the sand. And they have the soda cans, and they blow up. Okay, correction, this one doesn't. But, yeah. Die. Oh, shit! Didn't know that would blow me up. But anyway, you get the whole gist. Button switcher, different enemies, fight arena. Not much else to it. Gets upon certain NPCs or enemies, but it is what it is. Oh, there is this neat funny thing I actually did once. Apparently, if you spam it, it fucks with the buttons. And now there's a bunch of buttons everywhere. Oh, wait. There you go. Yeah, it just fucks with it. But other than that, that's all there is for this location. Just arena test ground. Nothing special. Well, nothing else special about it. Second dev area. The explosion and asset place. To be honest, I have no fucking clue what some of these switches do besides the explosion ones. Like this one right here. I don't even know what the fuck it does. They also make noises whenever something does happen, but I think it just triggers music at this rate because I have no fucking clue. I think the switch over here actually changes collision for the bridge right here. There's like a rock right here. Okay, there was, but it ain't here now. Where's that switch at? I don't think it even is tied to that bridge. It's just close by for whatever fuck nut reason. Wait, does the switch in between the engines affect the collision? No. What the fuck? You know what? I don't understand the consistency of these buttons, nor what they truly do. It seems random at this fucking point. It really does. I can't figure them out. Well, anyway, enough googling at the stupid and unknown. Here's some assets, at least what has spawned this time. There's a boat, a rat. There's also a little lizard there. That's something most people tend to look over, is some of the animals you can find in this area. There's only 2 of them, but you can eat them. They do respawn. Very strange. But yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently being in between these 2 fence pieces like triggers camp music. The fuck is that? Excuse me? That was a fucking rock. A waste of time. Anyway. Yeah. Second dev area. Woohoo. I mean, the most exciting thing about this, besides the weird fences that change music, camp music for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell this shit is. But yeah. Oh yeah. Random small patch of oil to check, I guess test out sludge physics. I don't know. There's supposed to be some tram cars, some more plane parts. More of a lot of everything, but for the life of me, I can't fucking figure out what does and doesn't want to spawn. Because there is more that's here, but it's invisible. If I drive right here, there's more boat that's supposed to be there, but it's just not there. I don't get it. Oh, shut up. Anyway. But besides that little section, the more, at least exciting part the most, is probably the explosion test area. Right over there. Apparently I missed by a long shot. Right over here is a bunch of tiles. Now, people have already demonstrated what these do, you know, different kinds of explosions from thundersticks, man killers, fire slingers, etc., etc., even thunderpoon stick damage and explosions of every kind. It's just explosion physics testing area. That's literally all it is. That's the only special thing about this. I thought there'd be more, but yeah. I know one of these triggers all of them. I think it was this one. No? Must be one over here. Yeah, whatever. Well, anyway, I don't care about that. You already know this location. Some slabs being more into the ground where you can walk on it are the ones that you can activate different variation of explosions for different distances and all that. But other than that, nothing else special about it. Very last minute and abrupt finding near the second dev area, the asset area. What the fuck is this? I mean, I can't view it on the map, but there's a camp here and 2 oil things. I don't know, because I never seen this shit before, but there's a camp here. At least technically, anyway. In between the second and first, because the other one's just right over here, if I recall correctly. Just right over here. Yeah. Yeah, here's the first dev area. I mean, the second dev area, whatever, one of them. But there's a camp over there now? Hold on, I'm gonna run over these switches again. Just like, real quick. Alright, now if I head back over here, it's still there. But there's more this time. I see more of the things. Wait, hold on. If I get closer, yeah, no. Well, I don't know. Okay. Like I said, that was kind of a weird and abrupt finding. If I find anything else strange, I'll point it out. Next up on our plate is this small... weird... okay, I need to stop saying small. It is obviously not fucking small. This thing's almost a mile in size. But... it's this place. The only significance of this being anything is just the fact that it has garbage. In terms of code floor. Why? I don't know. It's just here. Anything that isn't the giant rocks surrounding this area is just garbage. Like actual garbage. Besides that, that's about it. This, anyway. This took me a minute to find. Third dev area is this fucking place. The most out of nowhere... hold on.
Better be quick about it.
There we go.
This
Anyway.
might fall though.
Anyway. The most random of fucking places over here. Y'all shut up. Anyway, as I was saying, the most random of places here in the Big Nothing is this area. Located in between that giant ridge of dirt before you reach GutGash's. One moment. Anyway, as I was saying, the most annoying of the three to fucking find, at least in my opinion, is this fucking place. It was only rumored that there was a place with cars. And apparently it's right here. There ain't no buttons, no switches, at least none that I could find, even around in this fucking place. There's 3 or 4 cars. I'm assuming related to the random amount of cars that usually... My fucking controller died on me, I swear to God. As I was saying, I think it has to do with something with it being an asset for spawning in random enemy cars. Like, it just teleports them in, and you'll encounter one or more depending on your region and where you're at. Because there's a carrier car, there's a muscle car, and then there's a spotter. And then there's another carrier car that starts chasing you before you even see these three. You'll more likely hear that one before you see these three. But yeah, it's located way over here near the edge of the map, which is just right over there. It's a lot more further out this way past the asset area, so it's more west. A very annoying place to track down, though. I mean, it was daytime whenever I started looking for it, and, well, it takes a little bit before the day cycle gets over with. So, you can only imagine. But yeah, there isn't really much else. 3 or 4 cars, I think it has something to do with that whole spawning enemies thing. That's it. I don't know. The 4th and supposedly final dev area, at least so far that I have found, is this place. Now, where the fuck is it, may you ask? Right up there. In the fucking middle of the sky. What the fuck is it doing up there? I don't fucking know. But it's there. It is just right there. In the very corner of the fucking map, just about it. Because there's the corner. And I'm all the way down there. I just randomly stumbled upon this yesterday. So, I definitely do not know what the hell that switch does. Considering I can't fucking fly, bitch. I can't fly. So, if you motherfuckers know how to teleport up there, have at it. Have fun with it. Because I don't fucking know. Near to that 4th developer thing, whatever the hell that is this place. Not first, not really this section of it, but this right here at first, I thought was supposed to be like a shitty small version of the Gastown, like, racetrack or something. There's a lot of curves here, and there's like a, I don't know. I mean, y'all tell me this doesn't look kind of racetracky. By the way, don't go in those. Those do not have any collision on them. You will fall through it. For whatever reason. Kind of what made me think that there's some link to the Gastown racetrack is because that may be like some assets that spawn there. But I don't know. Like I said, way down there near the corner. Very strange thing indeed. I think, if I recall correctly, there is a large pocket of asphalt, like, just right over here somewhere. It's over here. Let's see it. It's not even a road, it's just like a random dot of asphalt here. And that's it for this area. So, yeah. Last but certainly not least, so far that I've found, is this. No, it's not asphalt. It's just really long, round-ish ending patch of road. Or pathway. Something. Not too far off from the dev area over there and that giant thing I thought was fucking Gastown's racetrack. I don't know. Yeah, there's the corner. There's also this tiny pathway right here. This one actually leads off the edge, which is weird, but yeah, that's all there is. As for that, I don't recall any other things within the Big Nothing. If there is, I certainly haven't found anything else besides weird graphical things and anomalies, but nothing that seemed deliberately made or really seemed out of place like these did. Out of curiosity, since this is probably the end of the video anyway, is there even anything down here? No. No. Same as it usually is. But besides that, that does conclude the video, I guess. There isn't really anything else that I recall. If I do find anything else, I will make a video on it. But other than that, I guess that's everything.
Everyone, kill her!